Welcome back to New Day Northwest. You know, most often women put the needs of others before their own needs. We're tough, we're resilient, but sometimes we need to step back and give ourselves a little TLC. And if you're considering some non-surgical aesthetic procedures, now might be a great time. Dr. Tiana Seetsi from Rejuvenation MD is here, and I have to say, really excited about what we're talking about right now.
Oh, good. Why are you so excited?
Well, for many reasons. Because I think women, after having babies, after just living on this earth and gravity getting to us, things happen.
Things do. Everything starts to sag.
Gravity.
Everything starts to fall. If we didn't have gravity, though, we'd all be floating around.
Well, thank goodness for that. I'm here for it. Not in all the ways. But something a lot of my friends are talking about lately
These are interesting conversations. Stress, urinary incontinence.
Stress, urinary incontinence. I mean, everyone's like, I can't jump up, I can't laugh, I can't do anything. That's the truth, Ruth.
And you can help yourself now. So we have something called Diva, which is revolutionary. It is a laser that resurfaces the inside of your vagina, basically. So it gets rid of the most superficial layer that's very, very thin. So if you have painful sex or anything like that, we're just going to get rid of it. And then it makes that vaginal tissue thicker and healthier. And it pushes your bladder up and it pushes your urethra back into the position it used to be in. So we were born with a 90-degree angle. As gravity happens from the bladder out, now it becomes a 180-degree angle. But if you do Diva, you push that angle back into place and you push that bladder higher. So we reposition things and we make everything better and healthier.
That's now. So who would be a good candidate for this?
So anybody that, like you said, coughs and pees, or they're on a trampoline and pees. And so I actually had a patient who had a big enough house to have a trampoline in her house, and every Christmas, all the kids and everybody gets on the trampoline. And they're all jumping up and down, and she was jumping during Christmas, and all of a sudden she's like, wait a minute, I'm jumping and I'm not peeing on myself. She had to come in right away and tell me she's very excited for that one particular time, because usually all the kids are all over the place. So that is a great treatment. We often couple it with PRP, or platelet-rich plasma, and that's called the O-shot. So we support the outside with the O-shot, and then we reposition things on the inside with Diva. So it's a 1-2 bang, and all your friends, they can all come and we can help them with their stress urinary incontinence. Non-surgical, no downtime.
That's, I think, the thing is that a lot of people want to, before going into those things, they want to try something that's not as surgically invasive. Speaking of no surgery, let's talk breasts.
Oh, I love breasts.
I mean,
as many do.
Nursing moms, they change. They're not the same anymore.
And they fall too.
And everybody, gravity again.
Gravity,
but knife is not necessary.
No, you know, there is something called breast implant illness, whether you believe it or don't believe it, but there are risks to getting breast implants. There's risks to undergoing anesthesia in and of itself, and you don't have to do that to get more volume. So,
really?
So
volume too, not just lifting volume?
Yes, volume. You can increase your breast size by 1 to 2 cup sizes.
Really?
By using PRP. Like we talked about for the O-shot, you can inject platelets into the breast tissue, and we can inject it wherever we want, but typically we put them right up here at the top, and so it just kind of lifts those breasts very naturally. Again, there's no downtime. It does take about 4 months to see the results, though, so it's not a 1-2 punch. Like you walk out of surgery and there they are, but you walk out of the office and you can go to work.
So, no downtime, takes a minute.
Downtime.
You have before and afters, which I didn't realize.
We do have before and afters, and it's a little hard to see them with the black line, but you can see that there is more oomph at the top. There's more.
Those look fuller.
Right. Fullness at the bottom, and those are early results, so she's going to get even more and more and more results, and those results can last you for a year plus. So I have people that come back every year, every other year. You can see how much more volume that gal has. And I just had somebody come back the other day. She had actually lost 25 pounds in the past year, but her breasts were bigger. So it was great. It's a great before and after picture.
That's the thing, is when you lose the weight.
And it doesn't go away. And we will couple that off. You know, I love to couple things, but we will couple that with PDO threads, which are threads to actually help pull the breasts up.
Which you use in the face as well.
We do.
Before I let you go, because we're about out of time, because we always get wrapped up in talking about these things, you're now in 3 different locations. Tell me about them.
We are. We're in Bothell now, Bellingham and Burlington.
Okay.
And we do offer financing for anybody that feels like this might be out of their price range. It really isn't, but we have great, 6 months, no interest options. And then you can see me.
And then you can see you.
Yeah.
And you are so on. And I really do appreciate you being honest about this, and I appreciate you sharing all this and talking about it.
Right. We have to.
We all have it.
Yeah.
We're all getting older.
We do. And men have been talking about their issues for years. Why can't we talk about ours?
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
Thanks
Dr.
for having
T.
me.
And of course, for a consultation at any Rejuvenation MD's location, you can go to the website that you see on your screen. Plus, new patients will always receive a $200 credit to use on any treatment you like. Well, coming up next, you are about to be entertained with the stories of a King 5 legend. Photojournalist Dave Weig is joining us on the eve of his retirement after 40 years behind the camera. We'll be right back.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Rejuvenation MD.